The myth of the cave today. Are we living in an illusion? What if the world we live in, the truths we believe, and the experiences we cherish are all part of a grand illusion? This question, though unsettling, is far from new. Over 2,000 years ago, Plato introduced his timeless allegory of the cave in the Republic. He described prisoners chained since birth, their heads fixed to face a blank wall, where shadows of objects cast by a fire danced before them. To these prisoners, the shadows were not just representations, they were reality itself. But today, in an age defined by digital revolutions, media saturation, and hyper-real simulations, Plato's metaphor feels more relevant than ever. Could it be that we too are prisoners in a modern cave, mistaking illusions for reality? From the moment we open our eyes each day, we are bombarded with images, stories, and narratives. Social media feeds scroll endlessly before us, each post carefully crafted, filtered, and curated. News outlets offer us conflicting versions of the same event, each vying for our attention and allegiance. Algorithms, invisible yet omnipresent, decide what we see, shaping not just our choices, but our very perceptions. Are these not the shadows on our modern cave walls? Just as the prisoners believed the shadows to be real because they knew no alternative, we too are often unaware of how mediated and constructed our realities have become. The rapid advancement of technology only deepens this illusion. Virtual reality, VR, offers us immersive experiences so lifelike that they blur the boundaries between the real and the artificial. Artificial intelligence, AI, generates hyper-realistic images, writes stories, and even creates personalities. These tools are celebrated for their innovation, but they also raise profound questions. Are they tools for liberation or chains binding us to a deeper illusion? When you step into a VR environment, your senses are tricked into accepting the fabricated world as real. The warmth of the sun, the rustle of leaves, the echo of voices, all can be simulated. If our senses can be so easily deceived, how can we trust what we perceive in the real world? But the cave is not just technological. It is social, cultural, and political. Think about the norms and values we inherit. From childhood, we are taught what is right, normal, and true. These ideas often go unchallenged, forming the foundation of our understanding of the world. Yet they are as constructed as the shadows on the cave wall. Economic systems tell us what success looks like. Political ideologies define our sense of justice. Religious doctrines shape our understanding of morality. Are these frameworks enlightening us, or are they limiting our vision, keeping us tethered to the cave? Plato's allegory also speaks to the painful journey of enlightenment. Imagine one of the prisoners breaking free from their chains, stepping outside the cave, and seeing the world as it truly is. The initial experience would be disorienting, even painful. The sunlight, a metaphor for truth, would blind them at first. They would struggle to comprehend the vastness of reality beyond the cave. Yet, with time and effort, they would come to understand that the shadows were mere distortions. This process mirrors the human quest for knowledge and self-awareness. But it is not an easy path. How many of us are willing to question the truths we hold dear? How many are brave enough to confront the discomfort of realizing that much of what we believe may be false? Even more challenging is the role of the enlightened individual who returns to the cave to free others. Plato described how the returning prisoner, now accustomed to the light, would struggle to navigate the darkness of the cave. Worse, their attempts to share the truth would be met with hostility. The other prisoners, comfortable in their illusions, might see the liberator as a threat. This dynamic plays out in modern society when whistleblowers, activists, or thinkers challenge deeply ingrained systems. Consider the backlash faced by those who expose corruption, question cultural norms, or challenge powerful institutions. Are we willing to listen to these voices, or do we dismiss them out of fear and resistance to change? Yet the allegory offers hope. It suggests that liberation is possible through education, critical thinking, and the courage to seek the truth. But in today's world, where information is abundant and distractions are endless, the challenge is not access to knowledge. It is the will to prioritize it. The cave has become more entertaining than the world outside. Social media captivates us with its infinite scroll. Streaming platforms offer us endless escapes. The shadows on the wall have never been more vivid, more engaging, or more addictive. So, Where does this leave us? Are we content to remain in the cave, dazzled by illusions, or do we dare to seek the light? Are we willing to question the systems, beliefs, and technologies that shape our reality, or have we become too comfortable in our chains? The allegory of the cave challenges us to confront these questions, not just as individuals, but as a society. It reminds us that the journey toward truth is not just a personal quest, but a collective responsibility. In the end, the myth of the cave is not just a story about prisoners and shadows. It is a mirror reflecting our own lives, urging us to ask, what is real? What are the shadows on our walls? And what truths lie beyond them? Most importantly, are we willing to turn away from the comforting glow of the fire and step into the blinding, liberating light of the sun? If you're not subscribing to the Yusufi channel, you're probably never going to see us again. But if you are, then congratulations, you're learning something new every day.